Tonight's project is we're going to remove the torque tube. So I have the transmission, or I have the whole assembly supported by the transmission with a jack stand. First thing we'll do is take off the slave cylinder here, which it'll get replaced. 2 bolts, and that should slide off. Then we'll move to the other end and take off the bolts around that housing. Then we'll see about disassembling the torque tube, so I can get some parts ordered for it. If I remember right, these older models are a bit different than the one I've got in my 04. Seems like I don't have a big snap ring that holds it together. The couplers are a little different size, but we'll figure it out. There it is with that removed. You've got a little cover there, and then the bearing underneath it. Everything goes out the other end of the torque tube, so that's about all we can do here for now. Just got an assortment of bolts going around the perimeter there. Take those out, then we can slide the tube off. The shifter shaft is mounted to the transmission, so it will slide through the hole as we slide the torque tube off. Down to the last bolt on the tube. Got a stand under the other end. Requires a little bit of wiggling and prying because this shaft has been in the coupler there for a long time. And I think this is where it's different, because it seems like mine, instead of that big ring of bolts, it had a snap ring, big snap ring. And it looks like we need to take out that ring of bolts. Then we can slide the guts out of this torque tube so we can see what we need to rebuild. Use the impact, popped all those bolts out. Now I think, if I remember right, we go to the other end and give it a good whack. Should be able to knock everything out this end. Well, that's coming apart here. So we need to take these 2 exhaust hangers off, because they're keeping it from sliding apart. Oh man. Well, it's a good thing we took the drive shaft apart. See all that black? That's your coupler. Or I believe they're called gybos, is their technical name. And they both need replaced. And I've got a set on the shelf, but I'm pretty sure that the ones I've got on the shelf that are for my car have a bigger bolt hole in them. So I don't think they'll work. So I've got to order these. And there are 3 bearings. 2 in there. And the one back here that I need to order. That little bell housing, you can just slide it right off of the shaft. And you can see this bearing here. It sucks. These are bad. Bearings at the other end will be replaced. So that's as far as I'm going to pull this apart for now. Because I want to have the parts to put it back together. So when I tear it apart, I can just go straight into reassembly. But that's how you get it out. And this assembly here has a snap ring up in there that you need to take out. Press the bearings, or press that inner shaft out. This piece here will come out. And those couplers just unbolt. You can see the bolts on them. So when you go to take everything apart, make sure to match mark which way the coupling goes. So everything goes back in the same pattern. These on mine, when I took my car apart at like 130,000 miles, they looked absolutely brand new. When you set them beside the replacements I had, I couldn't tell the difference. So I left the old ones in there. Whether that was a good idea or bad idea, another 80,000 miles later, it still seems to be working fine. But these are nasty. And I know that some people that have put in aftermarket ones have had those come apart in short order, especially the Dormans. So, like I say, I just left mine in. I had some good German couplers, but like I said, I don't think they'll fit on this. There's a snap ring there that you take off before you try to shove that shaft. You're gonna focus camera. Or you try shoving that shaft out of there. So that's how to disassemble that, how to take it off the front of the transmission. So we will set this aside until I got parts in. Then we'll take it apart, clean everything, and reassemble it. Have it setting off to the side, ready to go back on once all that's rebuilt. Thanks for watching.